And so, oh shit! Yo. Aww. So cute. At the end of the day, we do what we can. We try our best within our capacities and limited circumstances because life is so much bigger than we are. Hello friends, my name is Benoit Kim, a UPenn educated licensed psychotherapist and your favorite yapper. Welcome back to my detailed psychological analysis of My Dress Up Darling, episode 9. Athathination Zero, Tirtanas, Wexiang, Samsonian, Helixi, Jin Ichimaru, Roxy Love, and Maxi TC are the sponsors of today's video. Thank you for your support. Shout out to the best patron family and growing YouTube members. Remember, you matter. You are worthy. At the same time, we must first accept ourselves, love ourselves. Self-worth is a prerequisite to living a fulfilling and full life. Sit back and I hope you enjoy.
Just
look at the increased comfort and closeness and Marine's coming back to Gojo's house as if it is her backyard, as if she's coming back home. Because all of us, at the end of the day, we all want to journey back home to emotional safety and psychological safety. Whatever healing, whatever trauma, whatever therapy, those are the avenues, those are the vehicles to reach our final destination. And what is that final destination? Emotional comfort, emotional safety. Whoa, whoa! I'm recording this at like 5:30, 5:45 a.m. and I survived the shower scene from episode 6, so nothing else can get to me. Gojo-kun, we got this. Fist bump. We got this. Ganbatte. And also, it's so clear that yes, Gojo is overwhelmed by Marine's not just sexual expression, just her expression of herself, her freedom of expression, because that's her confidence. It's self-sexualization, which is great. At the same time, Marine is also overwhelmed by Gojo's oozing, increasing confidence, work ethic, dedication, and just how amazing he is as a person. A heaven match made in heaven, for sure. I think here's another parallel process. I think just like Marine underestimates her charm and the triple threat that she has and she poses for our poor Gojo-kun and me. Vice versa. Gojo also underestimates his triple threats. Like I said, work ethic, dedication, charm, and all that. It's both ways. They're both are utterly unaware of their charm and their triple threat against each other. It's so comical, so great. A lot has happened after I saw that photo. Gojo, huh? You dirty boy. Obviously, he's a peak high schooler, a freshman to be specific, with peak hormones, testosterone, peak youthfulness. So, of course, we know what happens after. I'm sure it involved a lot of cleaning up to do. All right, I'm sorry guys. But on a serious note though, the fact that he was able to say that a lot has happened, that actually speaks to his increased confidence, increased self-esteem. Until this point, whenever he's embarrassed or overwhelmed by Marine's just marineness, I'm gonna call that marineness, with her freedom of expression and all that, he just speechless. His mind goes blank. There is no monologue. There's like a blank stare to his eyes because his soul has deceased into heaven. Speaking of heaven, a match made in heaven. But this time, we see that he's actually able to have a conversation with himself. Because remember, self-esteem issues, insecurities, trauma disconnect ourselves from ourselves first. It disturbs and disconnects and interrupts our relationship with ourselves first and then other people in that order. Of course, it's very meta, very subtle. And like I said, his mind goes blank. But this time, his cognitive processing, his brain did not melt, but rather he's still able to operate and have a monologue. A lot has happened after seeing that photo. That speaks to his increased confidence, his increased self-esteem. Of course, with their emotional comfort, that Gojo is finally recognizing his self-worth. That, hey, look at me. Marine, this amazing person, the world from an opposite world, is sending me these very risque photos, not for sexual purposes, but I am worth it to be loved. I'm worth it to have these type of conversations, to exchange these type of messages with an awesome girl like her. Because for an awesome girl like her to exchange messages like with someone like me, what does that say about me? Right, I'm also pretty awesome.
ハイレグっていうの全然なくてさ、やっとインポートの見つけたんだよね。よくない？
そっとしておいてください。
Also, I think Gojo turns because, you know, he probably has a boner, realistically speaking. And also, I think Marine's picking up on that because she's not clueless. She knows. I think she's underestimating her triple threat against Gojo specifically because of her own bias. And obviously, she's also extremely attracted to Gojo, right? Because of just how amazing he is. But this time, I think she is purposely being poking fun at Gojo because she knows nothing is more delightful, nothing is cuter than seeing the guy or the girl that you like acting embarrassed in light of your charm, of your attractiveness, your attraction. That's very soothing and comforting, and it feels good. We don't really care when strangers or people we don't really care about is turned on or attracted to us. At the same time, when we know that the people that we like is turned on and attracted, that's like, that's amazing. You want to do more of that, right? Because it's cute. So that's what's happening. Could it be? Are you excited?
見ません。水木は大丈夫です。ただ今はそっとしておいてください。
ごめんね。
Yeah. I like how there was like a question mark for Marine. Again, maybe she was just joking, but she didn't really truly appreciate and recognize the gravity of the situation for Gojo-kun, of course. So cute.
やっぱさ、自分も役に立ってる感って嬉しいじゃん。
Aww.
言うて、ちょっと塗った。
Aww.
ちゃんと役に立ててたんだ。
Yeah.
できた。ちょっと当てがってみようかな。
北川さん。
Marine, please spare me and poor Gojo-kun. He just changed his outfit, please. But again, on a serious note, when she's like, it feels so good to be useful. And of course, we saw Gojo having that flashback, parallel process, another callback. No matter how confident we are, how much self-esteem we have, at the end of the day, again, because of capitalistic framework, whether we like it or not, it is what it is. We want to feel useful. We want to feel productive. And there's nothing wrong with being useful, and there's nothing wrong with being productive. It only becomes a problem and unhealthy when productivity is the only and the primary identity markers we associate ourselves as. If that's the only thing that we have, then it's unhealthy. Otherwise, of course we want to be productive. Of course we want to feel useful for those that we care about. So Marine was echoing and verbalizing what Gojo was feeling up until this point. And again, that's a confirmation that Gojo is blossoming into a more confident person that is slowly and gradually recognizing and accepting his self-worth. Amazing.
どうですか、乾さん。
すごいわ。
Oh, Juju.
サイズもぴったりよ。
Whoa. Look at how impressed Juju is. Because remember, Juju is equally dedicated, equally passionate, and obsessed. That also means she has a very, very high bar. And we saw Juju's blushing and just sparkling in her eyes. She felt alive seeing her dream outfits because we know the utmost significance, the gravity of what this Black Lily outfit means and represents for Juju.
動きにく気になる箇所があれば何でもおっしゃってください。
そうね。スカートがもう少し広がっていてもいいかしら。と思うわ。私持ってるから。
わかりました。マントも羽織ります？
ええ。
Wow.
ただこの
Wow.
生地厚さがあってポーズ
Also, pay close attention to the seemingly innocent but very, very important conversation between Juju and Gojo. After the initial sparkle, after the initial almost infatuation and being enamored by this Black Lily outfit, Juju immediately entered professional mode. She's now providing concrete feedback for Gojo. And also pay attention to Gojo's professionalism, his ability to be receptive towards important and necessary feedback without getting butthurt or getting offended. We're seeing zero defensiveness, zero deflection from Gojo. He's like, oh, that's right. The skirt can be a little bit longer. Oh, that's right. We can do better in this and that, X, Y, and Z. Right now, this is a professional conversation. And remember, Juju is at a very, very high level for cosplay. And Gojo is also at a very high level. And now we're seeing two masters within their categories conversing, having a discourse about how can we do better without dismissing how amazing it is. Because to provide feedback and to ensure the other party is receptive to the feedback, because communication is both ways, full stop. Delivery matters. How you implement that feedback matters. It's not about what you want them to hear, but rather, are they in the correct, optimal, psychological, and emotional state of mind to actually receive your feedback? Otherwise, if we're just giving feedback the way we want to, that's only self-gratifying. And it's actually meaningless because the other person will get offended, butthurt, dismissal, defensive, and it's not gonna go anywhere. Does that make sense? That's why I always harp about, of course, intention matters, but it is this timeless contention between intention and impact. And I'd argue impact in most settings is more important because impact is a recipient of that intention. So that is what we're seeing. And for last thing I would say, and for Gojo to engage in this exchange, again, that verifies how far Gojo has come. Because Juju is very confident with cosplay. And that also mirrors Gojo's increasing confidence and his, I guess, more solidified professional identity as, wow, I am pretty darn good. See?
重みがある生地の方が見栄えが良くていいわ。
なんかめっちゃかっこいい。
You see, Marine's great, but Juju's on a different level. Exact case in point. Juju's on a different level. She's an actual prosumer, whereas Marine is more of a consumer. But of course, she just started.
キュッてなってて。やばい。肩のやつも
It's kind of squeezed, tight, black, yabai, good, great. She's trying, but obviously all these linguals, all these verbiage and all that takes practice, takes time.
が良くて。鬼やばい。
Mega insane.
可愛すぎて。無理しなくていいのよ。
ありがとうございます。
Super duper insane.
北川マリン。あなたファンデーションはこの色しかない。軽い方がウィッグと馴染むわよ。あとはコン
Wow.
トロールカラーで調整しなさ
Wow.
い。ブラックロベリアならブルーがいいかもね。 めっちゃ嬉しい。
何それ。
リフトアップテープです。乾さんに教わって買いました。
Yeah,
ブ
she
ラックロベリアの
he
切
learned
れ
that.
長の目は
He learned that from Juju. Nice.
があったので、
いいじゃん、使おうよ。
Gojo's ability to be receptive, but not just receptive and being open-minded, he actually implements the feedback accordingly. Because remember, guys, insights are great. Being self-aware is amazing. Yes, knowledge and information is power, yes. At the same time, application, practicality, application is power. Because unless you apply your information to action, it's meaningless. It only creates further divide internally and further dissonance, which doesn't feel good. So Gojo, you are a man of action, and it truly speaks to, yes, your professionalism, at the same time, your equally impressive humility. So impressive, dude.
目尻から斜め上に
Wow.
少しずつ。こうでしょうか。
なんか変な感じ。
で、大丈夫です。
あなた
What
前
is
回
that
全
random
部剃ったの
sunflower?
終わりました。
いいわね。
Let's see it. Oh,
Hi,
Marine's gonna be
dozo.
blown away. Goosebumps. I got goosebumps.
私ってブラックロベリ
Ah!
違う。
Wow. Ah.
楽しみだったのに。
Oh no.
今の時期はゲリラ豪雨も多いし仕方ないでしょ。
That's true.
涼しいし暗くなってイメージにも合うしいいじゃない。
There is a lot of symbolic representations and meaning behind this rainstorm. A Marine was beaming, excitement, anticipation, and bam, rain, external weather conditions. That's a friendly reminder to all of us that no matter how much work we put in, no matter the diligence, the due process, we can try our absolute best. At the end of the day, life is so much bigger than we are. We are not gods. We cannot bend life to our will. That's why we gotta adapt, adjust. And even in that sense, Juju's experience shows. Juju's less reactive. She's more calm, more stoic. Because she's like, hell, weathers like this is common during this time of the year. It is what it is. It's fine. Whereas Marine was more down because, again, that oozing excitement. And of course, you cannot blame Marine. I will feel the same way, wearing her dream outfits with her dream cosplay senpai, Juju. At the end of the day, we do what we can. We try our best within our capacities and limited circumstances because life is so much bigger than we are.
この頃からネオンお姉様からブラックロベリアになるギャップが超好きでコースできてガチで
It's awesome. Aww.
一緒に写真撮っていい
She's fangirling.
なんて
Of course.
別に
Aww.
ありがとう。
Oh, she's in her feels.
落ちるわよ
Ah.
それにしても心情
Also, this is a great setup by the writer to create a more intimate in an enclosed space that allows Juju and Marine to get closer to each other. So that's also a great setup with this weather condition. Beautiful writing.
五条くんも帰ってきませんよね
あんまされないのに。やっぱジュジュ様すごっ。
するからでしょたまにあげてるチャーハンにいろいろ載ってる写真なんなのよ私が作った料理です
ジュジュ実在したんだ。
してるわよなんなの
ジュジュさ
Oh.
すみません。
Wait, Marine said that Juju never goes to cosplay events. Why is that? Because I know even when last time when Juju found Marine's outfit that was designed by Gojo-kun, she was in this incognito stalker mode. My guess is that it's because her younger sister gets really anxious and shy and probably struggle with social anxiety. Is that the reason why she doesn't go to cosplay events in consideration for her little sister?
お待たせしました。
ああ、遅かったじゃん。
What? What?
もしかして。
Wait, is that the little sister?
乾さん、乾さん。
Oh,
途中で倒れ。
oh, she passed out. I thought she cosplayed as that guy. I guess it was like a medical personnel.
私と真珠ちゃんで全部見ましたし。うん、写真撮ってきてるから家で一緒に見よう。そうね。
体調悪かった。
Oh, just kidding. Okay, I take that back. Juju fainted. That was very random. What just happened?
別に体調は。じゃあ今日はここで解散って感じ。
Oh, she fainted because they were in that abandoned, scary-looking, haunted-esque building. I see.
そうしましょう。
オッケー。私ノアたちと渋谷で待ち合わせてるから。普通に勉強しなさい。じゃあね、五条くん。
はい。
The finals are coming up, so we're gonna get hyped at a karaoke. Huh? Are those sentences supposed to be next to each other when you're talking about finals? Marine, I hope you never change. You're such an oozing ray of sunshine. You're the light, man.
私たちも行きましょう。私、新見里初めて来たから。
Aw.
気をつけてね。
あの。
どうしました？カメラで何かわからないことでも。
もし違ったらすみません。もしかして乾さんもコスプレ。
Did you actually want to cosplay? What did I say? I highlighted this based on the sisters' look and Gojo's stare because we relate with others that we see a part of ourselves in. And to see a part of ourselves with those other people that we can relate to, that probably represents there's some sort of mirrored or similar experiences. Low self-esteem, suppressing our wants and desires because of trauma and so on. So this is a continuation of that.
したいんじゃないですか。
Yep, that's what I'm talking about. See?
あ、
See?
すみません。勘違い。
Nah, Gojo, you're on the ball.
失礼します。
You're on the ball, Gojo.
してみたいです。本当は。
See? Aww.
たいんです。
Aww.
マリーさんの言ってたように、お姉ちゃんがコスしてるの見て、本当はずっと羨ましくて。
Aww.
私、お姉ちゃんみたいに可愛くないし、細くないし、そのキャラも私と全然違うタイプだし。
It's okay.
だったらしない方がいい。
No, it's okay. So what?
それに、
It's about
変
expression.
なコスして、お姉ちゃんに嫌な思いさせたりしたら。
What? Huh. Why would she hate you? I get it. Low self-esteem, insecurities. I get it.
たくさんのコスプレイヤーの方々が
Yeah. Yeah.
コスプレの魅力だと思いま
Yes.
した。
Gojo, preach. Gojo, preach. Preach. Also, what is the timeline and how long has it been since the cosplay event they went? Since it's hard to tell the timeline in this show, but okay, I'm gonna shut up now. Gojo, preach. You go, brother.
少しでもしたいという気持ちがあるならコスプレしましょう。俺手
Gamata?
伝うので。
Aww.
それにお姉さんは
Yes. Yes. What a wholesome episode.
五条さん、お願いします。お手伝いしてください。
Yeah.
はい、もちろんです。
フラワープリンセス列のキャラで。
そうだったんですね。誰になりたいんだろう。
Oh, same
Mirai-chan
series?
とか?
I'm glad it's the same series, so Gojo doesn't have to watch another 126 episodes in preparation. Also, Gojo, are you okay? You already made freaking Juju's Black Lily outfits. You made Marine's outfit. Now you're gonna make the sister's outfit. And another question for people who know and more well-versed in the cosplay realm. What do they do with the completed outfit? Because they're too nice, I'm sure you don't just toss them out. Do they just become collectibles? Do you just save them and collect them, or do you sell them?
I have daddy issues. Could you write his name in it? That'd be so nice, dude.
I'm sure everyone's different, but I'm just curious, generally speaking, what is the norm with the completed cosplay outfits? Especially if they're well made on a prosumer level, like a Gojo-kun's a work of art.
相馬お兄ちゃんになりたいんです。
相馬お兄ちゃん。
Whoa.
ずっと相馬お兄ちゃんに
Who's
憧れ
that?
てて強くて。
What? She wants to cosplay a guy? That's what he heard. Gojo's voice completely changing like, Soma-kun? Are you serious? Bro. Because it is so different. Like, I guess the little sister's insecurity and hesitation is 100% valid. Wow, we'll see. I mean, Gojo is impressive, but he's not a wizard. He can just snap a finger and bam, you know? But we'll see how it works.
かっこ
Wow.
よくて妹の未来ちゃんが困った時はすぐに助けてくれるし。なんです。
Aww.
なるほど。せっかくなので
Gojo's sweating as like, how am I gonna pull this off? Because obviously physically, it's not just a gender, right? This is not about gender or crossplay. It's literally the technical barrier for Gojo to make this happen. Because obviously he is very dedicated to his crafts and he wants the little sister to be happy, especially knowing the context, especially understanding the amount of courage it took and it takes for the little sister to finally see her dream into fruition despite and in spite of all the insecurities and hesitation. That's a lot of pressure, right? That's why he's sweating. So
喜ぶと思います。
yeah.
でも当日まで秘密にしてもらえますか。
Sure.
本当になんとかなりますかね。
何がですか？
私太
それは太っているのではなくて
I mean, no comment there.
お小遣いなのでお金が
Oh
あま
my
りなくて。
bro. Oh my goodness.
そうだ。大人
She's middle school, that's right.
一番まずい。衣装が作れない。いや、確かにコスプレはお金のかかる趣味だけど、みんながお金に余裕があるわけじゃない。
That's true.
考えろ。考えろ。
やっぱり難しいですよね。
いいえ。俺が何とかしてみせます。
I'm gonna call Gojo the dream machine, the dream factory, where he can manufacture and produce his dreams for other people. And Gojo does not want to let little sister down, again, because of his understanding with her situations, but also he wants to be that light. He wants to be that beacon of light for the little sister, just like how Marine was that light for Gojo. It's contagious, helping people, being altruistic, and it's very, very exciting to see other people's dream coming to fruition through your support by you becoming part of that process. It's amazing. That's why I do a lot of mentorship. That's why I serve as a deacon in my church. That's why I'm a Sunday school teacher for my high school ministry. Because I want to become that mentor. I want to become that dream machine, dream factory to empower my students. I call them my kids, to make that happen.
まず衣装なのですが、
はい。
これを使えば衣装代はかかりません。
Oh, nice.
思い出したんです。
Nice.
相馬お兄ちゃんたちの制服がうちの学校の制服と似てるって。
Nice.
相馬お兄ちゃんになりたいって言ってたら、
ブカブカなんだけど。
俺の制服貸してたのかな。
She probably can't even breathe properly. That's oh shit! Yo, Gojo almost. Oh my god, Gojo almost lost an eye. Gojo almost died. Gojo's literally. Oh my gosh, I'm crying. Oh. This is a good distraction from that ecchi scene. Gojo is literally risking his own life to make her dream come true. That's a steep price to pay, man. Wow, dude.
本当にすみません。
いえこんなのすぐつけられますから。
あるので長さも大丈夫です。
では問題はどうやって男性らしい体に見せるかですね。
はい。
Yeah.
さらしを使ってみましょう。さらしで押さえて凹凸をなくせば男性らしい体に見せられると思います。
that's true. Okay.
試して。
Oh, pretty good. Wow. Okay. That's the best.
お腹は目立たなくなりましたけど、胸がまだ。詳しく見せたいです。
わかります。肩幅が欲しいですよね。とにかく胸だよな。イベントでダンスをしてた人たちはどうやってたんだろう。お、ビーホルダーってなんだろう。そうでもない。これいいですよ。この値段で体型補正ができるなんて。はい。遠いのにまた来てもらってすみません。
大丈夫です。
ウィッグ買ってきました。
Wow.
乾さんのコスプレは秘密なのでカットは俺たちでしましょう。
Oh, I thought he was gonna cut her hair. He's showing no hesitation, but he doesn't know where to start. I'm dead. It's a standstill.
緊張しますね。失敗できないと思うとなかなか。
Yeah.
にすごい衣装作っちゃうから器用でできないことなんてない人だと思ってました。
そんなできないことだらけですよ。今だ。俺同じクラスに憧れている人がいるんです。
Before Gojo's obviously affirmation and speaks about how amazing Marine is, obviously Marine is Gojo's role model. But let's zoom in real quick. Juju's little sister looks up to Gojo. And that's why it was more, I think it humanized Gojo more for the little sister. Because when we put anyone on the pedestal, we look up to them. And that, by looking up to them, creates some sort of a distance. They seem less relatable. How can I, a nobody, relate to that person who I put on the pedestal? But isn't that amazing? The fact that Gojo is being looked up by someone, Gojo has now become a role model for someone. The fact that Juju's little sister put Gojo on her pedestal, that she aspires to be, that is so amazing. This episode, sure, the second half is between the little sister and Gojo. Sure, it's about being a dream machine. How seeing other people's dream, making that happen is contagious. Sure, that's a big theme. But I think this episode really is about Gojo. For me, it's about Gojo's growth, his evolution, his progress. Man.
と明るくて周りからも好かれ
Ray
て
of
いて
sunshine. That's what I
自
say.
分のことをはっきり言えるとても強い人で、きっと
We all have insecurities. Yep. Yep. Aww. Oh! Aww.
胸の内は目に見えないのでわからないだけで、
Amen, brother. Gojo is validating the little sister's invisible struggle, unspoken insecurities that we all have our struggles. And even the person you look up to the most, which is your sister, Juju, so does she. We all do. So it's okay. Keep going. Ganbatte. Give it a shot. It's not the outcome. It's the process that really makes us grow, and that's beautiful. It's the journey, guys. It is the journey that counts, not the destination. Destination is just a cherry on top. I never thought with 9 episodes in, Gojo will impart such deep wisdom, and Gojo will be the one soothing and comforting other people's insecurities. And that speaks volume to his own efforts, the work he put in, and his progression. We put out what we put in most things in life, especially with our self-esteem, our self-worth, trying to reconnect ourselves with our authentic selves, our inner child. Man.
誰にでも
Yes.
いろいろそういうものなのかな。
Mm-hmm.
最後にウィッグを調整して、
Whoa, it's happening.
これは
Let's see it.
し
Oh! So the guy that came in with Gojo-kun was the little sister. My instinct was right. Anyway, wow.
死んじゃ
Wow, dude. Holy crap. This is amazing.
こそ
Wow, 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 wow,
してみたんだ
wow.
けど
Wow, dude. Aww.
すごいすごいわすごいじゃない
Aww. Wow.
真珠
Aww. So cute.
よかった。
Gojo the master. Gojo the master. He made all of this happen. Literally, all 3 of them is attributable to Gojo-kun. And I just want to take a moment. It is so wholesome to see the little sister's insecurities dissipating through this external, explicit, overwhelming amount of affirmation and validation. Guys, I talked about this in Bocchi the Rock series. If you haven't checked it out, it's right here. We often suffer more in our imagination than in reality. Our minds lie to us, our feelings trick us, our brains deceive us. We are a lot more worthy. We are a lot more capable. We have so much more potential than we often give ourselves credit to. I'm so glad to see little sister is being just seeing her dream come to fruition through Gojo-kun's dream factory machine. Amazing. Oh, I love this episode.
てか胸とかどこ謎なんだけど。
胸はビーホルダーとサラシを使って押さえて肩はパッドをつけてもらいました
メス顔じゃん。
メス。
写真撮っていい？一緒に撮ろう。
Aww.
お願い。
Aww. Aww. Enough sad.
もう一枚。今度は。
そろそろ始めないと。
Remember the first selfie that Marine took with Juju? Juju wasn't really smiling, but with her little sister, because I think Juju knew. And I think something tells me that Juju never went to cosplay events, not because of her little sister's shy necessarily, but rather I think Juju deep inside, maybe subconsciously even knew that her little sister wanted to cosplay. but she didn't have the confidence to. But as a great, caring, considerate older sister, Juju didn't want to push her little sister. I'm the same way. I'm all about proposing feedback, proposing potential solutions, but I will never impose. Do you hear the difference? Same thing. But again, because of her little sister's emotional states, insecurities, and anything between, I don't think Juju even wanted to propose. She wanted to give her time for her to come to her own conclusion. But now with 3 of them taking group selfie with Gojo, the master, in the background. Gojo, the dream factory machine. Look at Juju's smile. This is the not the biggest smile, but the most beautiful, wholesome, content smile that Juju has displayed since she was introduced in episode 6. My heart is full, man.
集金前のカメラが
大丈夫です。
Enough said. I've yapped enough. Anyway, if you guys enjoy my psychological yapping, in-depth character analysis, smash a thumbs up, support your favorite yapper, and I'll be posting 3 videos every week, right? Every Wednesday, every Friday, Freedom Friday, and every Saturday. I hope you support us so I can keep going with this and make sure our Kant-kun gets paid well. And if you really want to support our channel, I'll appreciate if you join our Patreon family or YouTube members for early access, exclusive content, and voting power to choose the next series. As always, please remember we truly are worthy. We matter. And isn't it beautiful to see Juju's little sister's dream come to fruition? And I hope all of us have a Gojo-kun and Marine-san in our lives. As always, until next time, peace.